Do songs ever get placed with major artists from a music library? I noticed you had a few plaques. So, for clarification, that plaque, that's not a RIAA certified plaque. That is my TV placement mastery plaque. That is the plaque that my students get if they land a placement within a year of finishing my 3-month coaching program. So that is something that's made from Clint Productions. It's custom. Billboard, that's a Billboard plaque. That's official. And that was not a result of sync. That was a result of producing music for Tamar Braxton's Christmas album that hit the Billboard charts, holiday Billboard charts. But to answer your question, do songs ever get placed with major artists from a music library? Major artists, we say major artists because they're attached to a major label, major publisher. So major publishers have sync departments or whatever. So they're handling that stuff for them. So they don't necessarily they don't necessarily have to be attached to an independent music library. Let's say Sony, for example. Sony has like its own sync division or whatever. So like that stuff just automatically can get pulled into different situations just because it's Sony. From a major artist perspective, their publisher are just looking to exploit those works as much as possible, and sync ends up being one of the biggest earning things for artists. That makes up a lot of that income, royalty income, sync fees, all of that stuff. Real big on the major side. Good question. Sting endings. Oh man, we talk about Sting endings a lot. Yes. I think I talk about it in you'll see it in the guide as well. My guide's gonna cover a lot of the basics for you. What are your brass libraries of preference? I have session horns from E Instruments, the basic library. I have session horns as well. The Native Instruments brass essentials or something like that, orchestra essentials, something like that. I've been using those a lot. I also have some stuff from, it's not like a brass plugin, it's like it's some cinematic plugin, but it has like brassy presets in there. So I'll use some stuff from that as well. So yep, let's go. Let's get the Clint music plaque, man, because there's really not many out there for TV placements. So far I've had let me see, Billy earned a 10x TV placement plaque. Shedrick earned his first TV placement plaque. So basically it depends on where you're at within that year mark, right? So we have like a few different ones. You can have, if you get your first TV placement within that first year, you'll get the first TV placement plaque. If you land 10 within the year of finishing, you get the 10x. And then the only one who has got a 100x TV placement plaque was Billy, or the only one that got 100 placements within a year of finishing the program was Billy. He did an album for a publisher, and that album went nuts. And like he got a royalty check one quarter, and it was higher than what he was normally seeing, and he didn't know why. And then he did some digging, and come to find out, he was getting a bunch of TV placements, and he checked his TuneSat, and it was just like pages upon pages of just placements. So he's the only one that's got that so far. So yeah. Lady Lowe says, just want to say thank you for the exceptional advice you consistently provide. Keeps our momentum up. Let's go. I appreciate it. Glad I can help, Lady Lowe. Forzo is dope. I don't have it. I have the Symphonic Destruction one. That's the one. Forzo's dope. I haven't gotten it, but I listened to some of the samples on their website. So yeah. One Stop. That's a good one. That's a big one. So publishers tend to play the role of one stop because they get everybody's signatures on the agreement. So then the publisher becomes like the one stop for the music supervisor or the TV network. But if you're working directly with a music supervisor or a TV network, you would want to be one stop, meaning they can get clearance for the master and the publishing from one party, and you sign off on it and they can move forward with the placement. So if you have multiple co-writers, best thing to do is to have a split sheet that also has a one-stop clause on that split sheet that says co-writer A, B, or C all agrees that either one of us can sign off on the clearance of this song for sync, and there be no issue. And that keeps, say you had a friend that was just like, yo, I'm about to go on vacation, I'm out of the country for a week, and supervisor hits you up that week, they're on vacation on the beach living their best life, and you need a signature so y'all can move this sync forward. You got like a short window of time to get that in, or you may potentially miss out on a sync placement depending on the timeline of that production. Just depends. So yeah, so that's one stop. Hopefully that makes it somewhat easy to understand. JR Writers, appreciate it. Shout out to the new people on the stream, man. For those who have just joined, I'm answering questions about sync licensing, how to get your music placed in TV and film. We're just hanging out, live Q&A. Drop your questions in the chat. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you do. If you're new, say I'm a newbie, and then we'll welcome you. You're probably ready to start trying to get TV placements, but you just don't know the next step to take. So I want you to download my free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide, which is going to help you do that. It's going to give you the steps, and it's going to give you resources to get you started on this journey. So just go to clintproductions.com/free guide, or click the link in the description and download that free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide. Michael Connor says, I think one way to look at it is if you're the one-stop contact, you're the song's trustee, responsible for the admin of the estate, if you will. That was well put. I like that. B Rad says, are we currently within the time window to submit for hopefully March Madness placements, or is it too soon being the holidays? It's too soon. I would start working on them though, because let me see. When did they start looking for March Madness stuff last year? I think it was around, I think that might have been like the top of February. Maybe even like end of January, top of February, maybe. But yeah, start gearing up. Start gearing up. Sacramento, California. Nice. Y'all probably still got some sunlight over there. It's dark here. So yeah. But yeah, there's so many terms in sync. It can be overwhelming. I'll be honest with you. And that's what keeps a lot of producers stuck and just stop. They just stop trying, because it's just, yo, I don't understand all this stuff, and I don't want to jump in without understanding it, so then they don't do it. But I do not want y'all to do that. All I want you to do is step number one, go to the link in my description, download the free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide. That's step one. It's going to give you all the basics, everything I did to get my first TV placement, and then take it one step at a time from there. Just take it one step at a time, because you're going to learn as you go. Everybody's situation will be different. You'll run into unique situations. New questions will come up. And literally, it is a step-by-step thing in that you find out what to do next after you complete the first step, right? So, for example, let's say first step is reaching out to the publisher to submit the music. You found the email. They told you how to submit. You submit. Can't do anything until they hit you back. So like you're stuck at this step until something moves. So then they hit you back and they say, hey, we like your music, we want to sign it, do a deal or whatever. Now you're in the next step. They're going to literally tell you how to proceed, whether that's giving you the agreement, telling you to look over it, let them know if you have any questions. And then once you sign the agreement or not, it's up to you, but if you do sign it, the next step is going to be delivering the deliverables from the tracks that they've signed. They're going to tell you exactly how to do that. Like they're super specific. Like they'll let you know what the file type, the bit rate, all of that stuff, how they want it, how they want stems. They're going to let you know. So literally just take it one step at a time. Don't fall into this analysis paralysis trap to where you're overthinking everything and you're trying to have everything mapped out and figured out and know how you're gonna make this move once you get to this point, because you might not even ever get to that point. So just start with step one and take it one step at a time. It's gonna make your life and your brain way better, and you're gonna learn because you're actively doing it. So that's the best way to approach the process.